Hi, welcome to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm here with a pick a card reading for you. And today's pick a card topic is sort of a blast from the past. When I first started the channel, I used to do a reading on Sundays called Soulmate Sunday, and it was a reading based on soulmates and separation, and that's what we're going to do again today. We're going to do a soulmate and separation reading for you. We're going to look at current feelings and secret thoughts that they're having for you at this time. So this could be somebody that you do feel like could be your soulmate, could be someone from your past, a previous partner, for instance, or someone that should have moved into union with you in the past but didn't for whatever reason. You're in separation at this time. So we're doing a check-in with them to see what are they currently thinking about this connection, what are some of the secret thoughts that they are harboring about you in this connection. So pull up a chair, get cozy. We're going to have a little chat today because we're all friends when we gather around my table. Now, of course, welcome back to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you for all of your kind comments. Thank you for all of your topic suggestions as well. A lot more topic suggestions coming in, and please keep those coming. I love to hear all of your ideas. You have a great ideas under your belt, so be sure to share them with me. And when you drop me a comment and you're subscribed to the channel, that is automatically your entry for a free tarot reading. So I do offer a chance to win a free tarot reading for my subscribers as a thank you for your presence here on this channel. And all you have to do is drop your comment beneath any of my readings this month for your chance to win. If you are new to the channel, we would love to have you join us here on the Tarot Cottage. Please feel free to join our soul family. Subscribe to the channel, drop your comment below so that I can get a chance to read for you as well. I do also offer private readings through my Etsy account, and that link is always listed below. But for today's topic, Soulmate Sunday, soulmates and separation, what are their current feelings and thoughts of you? Pile 1, pile 2, and pile number 3. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Hello, pile 1, you are drawn to the Magician, and this is your reading. Soulmates in separation, what are their current feelings and secret thoughts of you? Now, this Magician features the cheetah. It is looking behind it. It has its little paws pushed upon this little pentagram as well, this coin. And there's a reference to the Five of Pentacles. Whenever I see the pentagram, I think of separation. So you may have been in separation for at least a year, maybe more, maybe 5 years or more from this person. It's really important to remember I'm reading for the collective. So if it doesn't resonate with you, you can try a different pile or a different reading. But for this specific pile, they're talking about like opportunity versus what they did with that opportunity. And they think back a lot about that. They think back a lot about opportunity, perhaps even wasted. Because the cheetah for me is it's a creature of advantage. You know, it sits and waits, and then it has to take advantage of an opportunity that it presents itself, or it will lose its dinner. So this person may feel like they did not take advantage of an opportunity. They hesitated, and ultimately they paid the price in the long game here. They paid the price by perhaps playing the long game. But let's take a look and see what are their current feelings and secret thoughts. Soulmates in separation for pile number 1. We have the Four of Cups starting the reading. Notice the giant poppy sitting here in the center. They dream of you. I feel like they dream of you, especially when like around holidays or around like specific anniversaries, could be birthdays. And it's almost like they kind of feel sorry for themselves. There's a lot of compassion that I'm feeling coming through because there's a helplessness that they feel. They don't feel like they can go back. They don't feel like they can do anything about what happened in the past. And I feel like that's a very, like this sword is just poking straight up even within the Magician. That's dangerous. So like the truth stings a little bit. They feel like they exercised very poor judgment because they had something sitting right in front of them and they just had to reach out and take it. Maybe they just had to get over their own fears. Maybe even the fear of not being supported in the relationship or in their feelings. They were worried about it not being reciprocated if they were to take some sort of action towards you. Here's the Seven of Cups. And it just feels like now they'll never know. They'll never ever know what could have been in this connection. And that's something that it's like, that's their consequence. They're saying, that is my consequence. Here we have Two of Swords fell to the floor. Because this was a crossroads. Like this is like a crossroads in their life. It's like I could have gone this path and I could have gone down this path. And I I kept myself hidden, or I didn't express myself vulnerably. And so this has made quite the impact on them. Because they feel like they sort of compromised something great and something amazing. They compromised a true opportunity. And it's all because of their own indecision or their own insecurity. Temperance, coming out with the Three of Cups. This could have been a friendship here. There were nods to the friendship even within the Four of Cups. Two of Pentacles. And I feel like they're still holding space for you. Like there's still this desire to gather more information about you. It's like they're still open to more information about the situation. I feel like they don't know how to let it go. If I'm being honest, because of the impact that you made, they don't know how to let it go. Here's the Two of Wands and the Moon. And you'll notice then with the Moon, it's a huge, huge full moon, which is a symbol of release. We have this big line that's connecting to the boat, and the boat is empty. It's like I'm not even in the boat to release because I don't know how to. There's the attachment. They've sort of developed such a strong focus towards the situation that they're almost dependent upon it now. It's kind of a part of their energy field or part of their life, a part of their experience. But they're saying you're full grown now. It's like maybe you weren't grown or you were ill-equipped. You didn't have a lot of experience in the past. They're like, we're full grown now. We're grown-ups. Things would be different, but I can't go back. Like that's the reasoning that they're using. It's like, I know things could be different now, but I can't go back to yesterday. And they're really highlighting how these morning glories are open, except for this one. And then these smooth, little buds that were blooming. This person thought they had more time. And they didn't quite realize how special you were until I feel like it felt too late for them. They do miss their friendship with you. They didn't appreciate the friendship the way that they should have. Five of Pentacles, and they worry that they're alone in it. That's why they were afraid to kind of reach out with an offer. They were afraid you weren't on the same page, that you just saw them as a friend and you didn't see them as anything more. They didn't want to be seen as someone begging for information, or they didn't want to feel that rejection from you, because I think a rejection from you at that time would have been devastating for them. But they sort of put off then what they're dealing with now. They turned an acute situation where there was potential for acute pain, and they turned it into a chronic condition for themselves. They just carried that with them now. We have the Six of Swords. It's almost like they anticipate that they could see you again. Like it's like they look over their shoulders, or they look for you where they go. When they go out or when they go to the grocery store, it's like they look for you, or they've seen you in passing at times. But the two of you never had that final conversation. You never cleared the air. And they're very conflicted about that. For some, and this is not a collective energy, but I almost got a sense of like an argument that could have happened between the two of you in the context of friendship. And that's not going to be for the collective. That's just for someone specific. They felt like the best use of their energy at the time was to micromanage their feelings, to honestly to push themselves towards like sure things. So I feel like they would have, after they left this friendship behind or they charged forward, I feel like they would have like had a lot of quick relationships. And that was almost like proving something to themselves. It's like, I'm proving to myself that I'm not behind the collective, and I'm proving to myself that I am valuable and people find me attractive, and I don't need to worry so much about rejection. It's like, it feels like they went through some pretty quick relationships after they spent a long time in friendship with you. And from the outside, if you were privy to that experience for them, or you were watching them even from a distance, you may have questioned of like, why are you jumping so quickly on this connection when you were a tire kicker with me in our friendship? Like, there's just this feeling of like, why are you moving forward so quickly? But it wasn't because those new relationships had more of an impact. It's because they had less of an impact, truly. It's because they didn't hold as much space for them. It didn't have quite the impact that you would have. So the risk wasn't there. They didn't have as much to lose. They weren't committed to those relationships. It's like they weren't really, I don't want to say they didn't care how it would turn out, but they were a driving force. They were just to get them from point A to point B. They're actually highlighting, and I know there's been a lot of talk about rapture lately. They're actually highlighting like the rapture, or like somebody like disappearing and just leaving their clothes behind. Like there's just this feeling about one moment we were in each other's lives and we were a big part of each other's lives, and the next moment there was just nothing. There was just nothing. Now we have here the Hierophant. Again, there's been growth, there's been maturity. On the floor, though, that just fell was the Five of Wands and the Four of Cups in the reversal, which want to come out here as well. But the Hierophant is about that ascension. You can see this person's head stuck in a cube, and they've recognized that it was their own sense of safety and security that stopped them from progress. They know that they can't come forward in this moment. I can't deny that they're still holding space for communication. Like they would love to talk to you again. They would love to do that. They want you to know they have a different outlook now. They want you to know that they've grown, they've changed, they've matured. But they don't want to create chaos or any type of drama in your life. Back of the deck, we have Strength. We also have the Nine of Wands. And I feel like they're saying it's taken them some muscle and some strength to hold back from communicating with you in the past as well. They do feel like there was a period of time, and I feel like they're moving out of this, but there was a period of time where they were frustrated with you as well. They were frustrated with the actions that you didn't take, but we all go through that natural phase of trying to project the blame so we don't have to take that impact upon ourselves. What are some of the secret thoughts that they have been having, please, for their soulmate in separation? It does sort of feel like for them the search for second best sometimes, or in their life it felt like that. We have, I don't know how to make this right. A wrench in our plans. Now when they show me the monkey wrench, I think of children. You may have come of age with this person. Why didn't you call or text? It's like if this went into no contact, I do feel like it's in no contact at this time. They're saying that they weren't the only ones playing that game, or they weren't the only ones who had the expectation that someone would pick up the phone or text. They're also saying that this person kept their old phone, or you kept their old phone, or you kept your old phone. Like somebody kept an old phone on the off chance, or an old phone number on the off chance that there would be communication there. It's like, I didn't want to get rid of my old phone because that's the number you know me from. And if I change my number, you won't have any access to me. So they have like an old phone. It doesn't mean forever. But I am afraid to ask you to wait for me. And I feel like this was like the energy around the connection to begin with, because we have I'm a chicken sitting on the back of the deck. I feel like they intended for it not to last forever. They had intentions of action or taking action, but they hesitated. And then that opportunity moved on quickly. I don't want to taint you. Now you'll see that holding behind their back is this little beaker filled with a skull and crossbones. So there's piracy associated here. So they may not want to kind of pop in and take something that doesn't belong to them. Like they're not interested in creating chaos. Although it's like I want you to know how much this has impacted me, but I know coming forward right now could cause issues for you. But there's still bones to pick for me. I haven't been able to let this go or transition. Deep down, I want to take care of all of you. I wish I could get you out of my head. I do feel like this might have been a kind of innocent connection. It may not have moved into the physical realm, for instance. It might have stayed in a very innocent place, but this is something that this person also laments. They wish that they had moved it into something more physical. What are some of their secret thoughts that they're still holding, please, for their soulmate in separation for pile number 1. I'm going to be pulling from the Cottage Divine Masculine Oracle. This deck is available below if you're interested. We have here, I dream of a second chance with you. And I want to see you again. Their hesitation doesn't necessarily reflect a desire, but they're also wondering why you're hesitating. I worry that this is all in my head. They are also saying that you may have kind of moved away, or they may have moved away. There's like a distance, like a physical distance that also exists. Has too much time passed? Because I'm afraid of rejection. They want to know if you even remember it the same way that they remember it. I'm a different person than you remember me. And I can't come forward right now. But they are curious if you do feel the same way. Do you miss us the way that I do? On the back of that deck. Oh my goodness. Let's take a quick look into the future of this connection to see if there's a possibility of a reconnection in this soulmate in separation situation. For pile number 1, will this person come forward with communication in the future? Whoopsie daisy. He is inspired, and I'm only saying he because the King of Cups came out. It's all about energy, has nothing to do with gender. The inspiration could lead to major change. So for the time being, they are turning their back on that inspiration just for now. They're holding back because they don't want to, again, create chaos for you or for themselves. They are holding back. This person is claiming to be a father figure as well. But they have to say that it's not easy to hold back. They do have a lot they want to say. So they are inspired. This inspiration could lead to change in the future. But for now, they are hesitating to create clarity. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number 1. If you're new to the channel, I do end each spread with a small charm cast. I start with Teeny Tiny Tarot. Temperance, reverse. There's a sense of chaos when the Temperance is reversed. Maybe trying to avoid it. But they are getting restless. Like there's a sense of feeling restless. Maybe they're dealing with chaos in their own personal world, or just emotional chaos, not being able to find happiness or find balance. They wonder if they left it there with you in the past. So they are getting a little bit antsy about creating some type of clarity or peace for themselves. That's going to go a long way with that inspiration towards change. And they just showed me a pineapple, so that's a reference to 2 people who could have already partnered up. We have here 2, we have the letter J and F. We also have Chewbacca. I always think of like a very narrow kind of nerdy interest, whether it be tarot or whether it be Star Wars or League of Legends or something like that. We have Sagittarius energy and protection. We have Gemini. We do have the turtle on his back. There's somebody with a lot of responsibilities. They're also kind of lamenting the slow approach that they took because they never got any progress resulting in that. We have the sun rune. We also have here divine masculine energy with the fishbone. So a lot of Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, an emphasis on Pisces, but it's also the 10 of swords. So somebody who is emotionally still very overwhelmed by the connection, wishing that they had taken a different path, wishing that they had tried harder or worked harder or changed their approach here with the dragonfly. But they're also saying things came to light no matter what. It's like it all came out in the wash anyway. Pile number 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personalized reading if you feel called to. Be sure to drop your comments along with your suggestions for readings as well. I would love to hear your ideas for future topics. But I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the Fool, and this is your reading. Soulmates in separation. What are their current feelings and secret thoughts of you? The Fool does speak of leaps of faith, of course. You can see that this little wood duck is trying to just take a little step off of that branch. It looks like it's standing in a sort of a cherry tree. It looks like cherry blossoms that are coming through. This is a symbol of youth and the past, perhaps, as well. A symbol of like innocence or even like a physical chemistry that the 2 of you didn't quite explore and they wish that they had. There's also an emphasis with the little wood duck because the wood ducks will lay their eggs in the hollow of a tree. So the hollow tree is really coming to mind here as well, highlighting perhaps what this person has built. and how they feel in the context of that build. So let's take a look here and see what are their current feelings and secret thoughts in this soulmate and separation situation for pile number 2. Please take the messages as they resonate and leave behind those, of course, that do not resonate with you. It's important not to try to make a message fit. If it resonates with you, you're just going to feel that it does. We have here the King of Cups starting out first. A lot of Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. If this person has taken a passive approach towards you in the past, it's not necessarily a reflection of how they're feeling in the moment. It's not all black and white. They're highlighting really strongly this checkerboard or this chessboard. It's like in chess, there's pawns and there's all of these different characters that can only move in certain positions. It's like it's only allowed in certain positions. We have the 8 of Swords, yeah. Because they don't feel like they can express their current feelings to you. Because they're on a different game, or they're in a different connection, and whatever position they're in is very limiting from being able to express themselves. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Page of Cups. We have the 6 of Swords. Now, there are indications here that this person would really love to have one final conversation if they could, because they have a lot that they have to say and they've almost rehearsed it. This person's also claiming that they may be in a commitment cycle, for instance, and I feel like they have children, or they could have a family as well. I feel like the family situation for them kind of creeped up on them quickly. Like it's something that surprised them. They weren't maybe anticipating having a family as quickly as they did. And I think that that's also part of this 8 of Swords. Here we now have the Lovers in the reverse, and we have the 9 of Swords. And oh my goodness, they just feel like they made the wrong choice in love. And I'm feeling it through my heart space. And the Fool here, they're showing me that hollow tree again. There is an emptiness in this person, or there is something missing from their life, even if it's filled with people. Even if this connection for them is absolutely filled with people, they still feel like they are missing something. And they wonder if you're the piece of that puzzle. Now, we often say, especially I say in tarot, that happiness is an inside job. We can't outsource it, but we often try to. We seek that confirmation from outside sources. So their current perception of like the emptiness that they feel, they are now projecting that emptiness, saying, if I just taken this pathway, if I just been more strategic, made better decisions in life and love, then maybe I wouldn't be here. Maybe I'd be happier. We have the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. And I will say, if this person is married, they just brought up the term of divorce. Like they just brought up divorce. So that has been something that maybe has been on their mind. That could be something that they're almost anticipating could happen for them because they're not feeling very satisfied in the current realm that they're in. That could be why they're thinking about popping up. Yep, Page of Cups. This person could have intentions, but they've come a long way from the Page to the King. And I feel like that's the crux of their message too, these current feelings of you. It's that I'm different. It's like the things that held me back in the past, those things won't hold me back now. There's other things that could hold me back. But once those things are clear, then I have a lot to say. I do feel like this person, and this could be very true, I think they've convinced themselves that they love you. Like I think that they have love in their heart. They're expressing it in this way. But they do feel, and I hate saying it like that, they do feel stuck in a connection right now. Stuck with the bed that they made, stuck with the decision that they made. It's like a mental prison because there's like a comparison energy that comes through. And they're talking about like replacing you with someone as well. They're showing like Adam and Eve in the garden. and how it started with Lilith and they kicked her out. So it's like kicking Lilith out. We have the Page of Swords. In fact, there's a song, I don't remember who sings it now, what her name is. Jessie Reyes, I think. And she sings that song, and the lyrics say something about men never choose. The one that they really love is the one that they lose. She ends up being the one that they daydream about. That's what I'm hearing. I also feel like this person does keep tabs on you. I do feel like they are watching you. Here's the Page of Swords. I feel like you were much younger when you knew this person. They're talking about school days. But they're currently watching you. There is an emphasis on children as well for their life. There could be emphasis of children for you as well, but they're really focused on, you know, their current thoughts, what holds them back at this moment. It's like they're waiting for the perfect time. They're waiting for things to change and for momentum to catch up to the desires in their heart. I can't deny, I'm going to ask this at the end of the reading for you, pal, too, but I want to know if they're going to come forward, if there's going to be some type of communication, because they have their intentions on that. And it could pop in very suddenly for you. Here is the Ace of Wands. Now, the truth is that they may call this closure, this conversation that they want to have. It's like, I need to get something off my chest. I just need to express this so I can move forward. But it's more of a backdraft. And we talked about that a lot on my channel too, about opening the door, calling it closure, and then it just creates inspiration towards more and change. It starts to challenge them. Five of Wands on back of the deck is like a restlessness. It's like, I'm exactly where you left me. I may have grown. There's even emotional maturity that has grown, but there's some areas of my life that I still feel uncharted. It's like there's still aspects of this connection that still feel like unknown to me, that I feel very restless about. In this moment, they are struggling with the idea of conflict and competition. So they may feel like you have someone, they may have someone. They're kind of struggling with creating discord or conflict at this time. But they do seem to have quite the intention towards some sort of clarity coming forward, some type of communication that they feel like is very necessary. They could be watching you in a relationship. They wonder if you feel stuck. They definitely feel stuck. They wonder if you feel stuck. We have new opportunities and possibilities and paths opening up. The Archway. This could be the risk that they're thinking of taking a leap of faith. They're even saying it might be a bad decision, but I'm going to take it. We have Firecracker, Excitement. We have Love, and we have Success. I do feel like they think you are the source of that success. That if they aren't experiencing love in their current realm, that the only place that they, of course, would be able to feel it is you. But backup deck, we have a period of ill health and depression with the Fly. So again, this person is outsourcing their happiness right now. They're not very satisfied in their current situation. Going through that period of emptiness, feeling like something is missing, which is happiness perhaps too. And then we have Pay Attention to Your Work, the Desk. Underneath that, we have a Fair Woman, dealing to a relationship with a woman with a light complexion or fair hair. Now, the Desk could be a nod to the realm that they knew you, the school energy, if that resonates with you, but also distractions. Like, you are automatically a distraction in their life. It doesn't matter if you're in contact or not. It doesn't matter if you haven't spoken to this person in 30 years. The truth is that you're still a theme. You're still a distraction for this person. Let's get some message cards to see what sort of thoughts they have had. I'm going to start with the eternal messages. What type of secret thoughts are they holding, please? For pile number 2. Even though we're not together, I just can't let you go. It came out with, I've been receiving your telepathic messages, and I have been telepathically talking to you or communicating with you. On the floor, the sexual thoughts that run through my mind. That is a huge inspiration for this person. That's where they still feel very restless. But they know surrendering to that is going to surrender to some type of conflict as well. It says here, I miss being intimate with you. Back of deck, though, says, I thought about you spending time with my family and I. It did come in the reverse. There is a reference here to family, to commitments, wondering how those two worlds would collide. My nerves are getting the best of me. They do also have been really focused on career, trying to build for themselves, maybe buying homes, for instance. Trying to do everything, like check all the boxes that the collective has told them to check in order to gain some type of happiness in life. Oftentimes we'll do that. We'll kind of jump through the hoops of the expectations of the collective, of what we're supposed to be doing and who we're supposed to love. But we've sometimes come out very disappointed. Here we have, again, I've been telepathically communicating with you, and it feels like something is missing without you around. It says, don't focus on who wants me, I want you. So even if there are a third party here, this person is still very motivated for some type of shift. Again, I feel like they have thought about severance in their current relationship, if they have one. What do they secretly think? I remember every detail of that day, and I know that I messed up everything. So this could be for that energy of like arguments, conflicts, knowing that on that last day I had a chance. The last time we spoke, I didn't take it. My life is not as together as it seems. They're worried about crossing a line with you. Just being near you is intoxicating. And I left you when I saw you with someone. But the truth is, I want to be more than friends, on the back of that deck. Now we're going to pull a little spread to see if this person is serious about making contact with you in this soulmate and separation situation. Will this person make contact with pile number 2 in the future? 8 of Pentacles. The Hierophant. The Strength. I just saw the 10 of Wands. Oopsie daisy. Ace of Cups coming out with the Fool. Here is the World, and we have the 8 of Wands, and we have the 4 of Wands. I think they are going to surrender to some type of action towards you, pile 2. This Fool is taking a leap of faith. Again, they're calling it closure in your spread, but now they're saying it actually could be some sort of wishful thinking associated with the future. There is a reference in this card to like the 8 of Cups, actually. She's holding a cup in her hand, and then she's got 7 more cups in behind her. So there could be a reference to work that needs to be done before they come forward, before they take that leap of faith. Part of their intentions is wrapped up in bringing forth a love offer of some kind as well. So there is already strong momentum. They are trying to manifest some type of reunion, or in the very least, some type of conversation with you, pile 2. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number 2. The very last thought they had about pile number 2 in the bowl in this soulmate and separation situation. We have the Knight of Wands reversed. Wheel of Fortune and the Fool reversed. So again, maybe waiting for the universe to open up a way. The Wheel of Fortune is kind of like fated opportunities, fated events, but we have to push it forward with our own free will. Right now, the Fool is reversed. So the very last thought is about, being unprepared to come forward at this time, not wanting to be very reckless. Although there was a very almost sexually charged aspect of that thought too. We have St. Anthony in the bowl holding on to a baby Jesus. Anthony could be significant, the name Anthony, but the reference to the children could also be significant. He was the patron saint of lost things. So there's something here that they felt was profound in that loss. We have the Q, they have questions for you. Could also be an initial. We have K and D. We have replaying events over and over in their mind. Replaying moments when maybe you gave them an opportunity to be honest, because their spoon is sitting right beside them. So being spoon-fed information. We do have the saxophone, and I do think of like those old music videos where they're on the beach and they're playing the saxophone and it's like longing and romantic. That's what I'm feeling. We do have here temptation, and we have the 2 hearts reversed. I do think of like discord and breakups, arguments. We have here the helix of DNA. We also have the honeybee face down. So they're talking about sacrifice. I don't think that they've reached the sweet results that they wanted to in their current situation. That's why the honeybee's face down. We also have a commandment from the Bible that says, thou shalt not commit adultery. There could be some commitment cycles in place at this time. Pile number 2, this is what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a reading with me, and be sure to hit your notification bell. I also offer private readings through my Etsy account, and that link is always updated. But come back and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the Hermit, and this is your reading. Soulmates in separation, what are their current feelings and secret thoughts of you? Now, the Hermit is ruling Virgo energy, so you could be a Virgo, but it also speaks about retreat. It also speaks about maybe an old connection, because you can see the oil lamp that still burns on top of that shell. This person may have retreated, but it doesn't mean they've forgotten about what happened or forgotten about the connection overall. They seem very quiet, so there may be absolutely no contact at this time as well. But it's like they're trying to process and see things as they are. There's a sense of having to endure this, though. They're just really highlighting how old that tortoise looks. So let's take a look for you, pile number 3. Soulmates in separation, their current feelings and secret thoughts of you. We are starting with the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the 8 of Cups. It's coming out with this card as well, 3 of Swords. We're going to put that just like that. Watching you walk away, I feel like it feels heartbreaking, to be honest. The 8 of Cups is supposed to be, we're supposed to walk away from things that are unfulfilling to find more success. And they're not saying that you didn't. They're saying they wonder if you're happy. They wonder if you struggle the way that they do. The Queen of Pentacles usually sits in a place of security, but she's surrounded here by a bunch of poppies as well. So there could be an aspect of you not being able to forget this person either, but they seem very practical. So even the idea of soulmates might be something that they struggle with really embracing. So they may not call this a soulmate and separation connection the way that maybe you would define it as such. They actually are more practical about the approach, but they wonder if this has impacted you the way that it's impacted them. And it has. Like, it's not that because they're practical, they're not emotional. Very emotional response here coming through. They know they should move forward. Like, again, they're so practical. They know that it doesn't make sense to harbor and to torture themselves. But what do? It's not easy. Like, as much as practicality can help us to thwart some of our emotional reactions, they're really highlighting the difference between the tortoise and the turtle. The turtle can navigate the emotional realm, the water, the land, the practical realm very easily. They can go back and forth. The tortoise is land driven. So emotion is trickier for them to navigate. Water is trickier for them to navigate. We have the King of Pentacles. They definitely could be Virgo energy. And it's like they're trying to accept things. It's like they're saying, I'm kind of cut in half, I'm split in half, and that's just going to have to do for now. Like, this is just the way that it's going to have to be. They feel like the two of you may have built something similar in your lives, whether it be, you know, your careers, family, relationships. Like, you've built similar lives. And these lives look abundant. I'm not saying that this person isn't, you know, abundant in their career and hasn't accomplished a lot. They have. And it looks like they have a lot to be thankful for. But that's why they're kind of trying to come to terms with the disappointment in this connection and the separation, because it's still, they can't take those swords out. Do you know when you get stabbed and you have to go to the ER and they have to, like, they have to do surgery before they take the swords out, because otherwise they'll just bleed out on the table. And that's what it feels like. It's like, I'm just going to have to deal with the fact that I'm splitting myself in two. I'm compartmentalizing my feelings for you. There goes my light. We have here the Two of Pentacles. And I'm actually going to pause you in a moment to light that back up, because it annoys me when it's one-sided. We have the Five of Cups. But once they're able to ground themselves to the reality of what they've lost, that's when the water starts to pour in. That's when the dam kind of breaks for them. Because this is loss. It's like, I miss you. It's like I miss the support you brought into my life. I miss talking to you. This person really misses the conversations that you had. Here's the Three of Wands. And although they're telling themselves, I need to get to the other side, I need to heal, I need to change directions, they're still at this point of waiting. It's like you can see this passage. It almost reminds me of like the passage that Moses was allowed in the Bible, where God pushed the waters back. It's like it's only temporary, but I'm trying to use this force to hold the waters back so that I can keep some sort of space here for clarity. Here's the Six of Swords and the Fool. They do sometimes consider what it would be like to take a leap of faith and reach out to you for communication. But again, there's the Knight of Pentacles. They're very, very practical, and they're a loyal person. So if they are in another relationship, they do have loyalty to that realm. Spirit's not trying to deny that this person is a loyal person through and through. They do have loyalty to that realm. And that's what stops them from perhaps taking on that action overall. Here's the Queen of Swords reversed. They're holding on to this like rigid idea about you and how you have interpreted the events. I think they're trying to compare it to themselves in some way. They're saying that you never created clarity. So that to them is an answer of sorts. There's even almost a feeling of someone getting blocked or wondering if like I even have access to you. Wondering if you're angry with me. Here's the Queen of Wands. What they don't realize is that maybe you've been waiting for them to clear out things. Like maybe it's not that you're holding this rigid focus of I don't want to talk to you. It's that you've been waiting for them to step forward here. But I just saw the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like there's a lot of practical things to contend with, and this has been sort of a collective energy overall. We have the Two of Swords. And like there's so much going on here. Knight of Swords showing itself, Knight of Wands, Six of Cups peeking out here too. Because you made a strong impact on this person. And in some ways, they're always going to compartmentalize that. They're always going to hold a space for you. They're always going to care about you. They're always going to really value the memories that you shared. It made such a huge impact on them. But they're indecisive about what to do with how they feel today because they don't know what to do with it. It's like I can't maintain all my priorities and hold on to this connection too, but it's like I'm getting better at it because it's been a while since I've been having to maintain that balance. They don't have the ability to commit in this moment, to change in this connection. And in some ways, they hold back from any type of progress because they're trying to honor and respect their position and yours. Here's the Empress. But again, they keep wondering if you're happy, if you're satisfied, if you're comfortable with everything that happened between the two of you in the past, and you're still comfortable with the outcome in the moment. Do you grieve it? These are the questions that they're trying to kind of answer for themselves in that grounding perspective. And part of them almost expects to hear that you're happy. It's like if you tell me that I'm happy, if you tell me that you're happy, then that's going to sting, but at least I can start that process. It's like if you're happy where you are and you don't have any regrets from this connection, then maybe I don't have a lot to hold on to, and maybe that can help me to start to process. They're not convinced they have, that you're on the team, that you're on their team, that there's support here. We have the Eight of Wands. And here's the Three of Cups. and the Two of Pentacles. Again, still holding space, and they're calling it friendship in this moment. They're saying that you're so different from what they have experienced in the past, or in their future. I can't deny here the Devil, Two of Pentacles. There's the Three of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. That position, timing is going to be a feature for any type of clarity or reunion in the future of this connection. You do make them think about their whole existence, though. You have been a very inspiring sort of influence on this person, and you continue to be. They put pressure on themselves because they put pressure on the expectations of what they think you're experiencing. They put pressure on themselves to let it go or to move on from the situation. But again, I feel like that's something that, well, they have not been able to accomplish that yet. The light is still on for them. We have a path with money is waiting for you to find it. And with this King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, like I feel like both of you could be doing very well. In certain areas of your life, there's been a lot of beautiful upgrades. They may be very focused on their career, because that could maybe a place where they do find a lot of satisfaction. It's like an investment equals a reward there. Over here in this connection, they didn't necessarily get the reward that they were hoping for. We have lighthearted, carefree time. It's like they feel like they're all work and no play. We have the Rooster, somebody who is protecting a hen house, somebody who is protecting perhaps what they built. We have here a dog barking. It says advice from a friend. We also have here too much concern with sexual matters because there's a lot of curiosity about you and about that realm. So this may not have moved into the sexual realm. The two of you may have maintained a friendship. So there's that curiosity too that they get to process and that they keep processing. Back of the deck does say compliments from an admirer with the bouquet. And I'm going to check at the end of this reading whether or not they're going to reach out to you or whether there will be contact in the future. We do have involvement with the law. This could be career options, but also about consequences if they do come forward and give into their curiosities. The curiosity perhaps, which is trying to be lighthearted, trying to reconnect with you, representing the Three of Cups. We also have waiting for news, package, or letter. So they're perched. Back of the deck, we have gong, exciting event, and we have the pineapple of reconciliation. Every time I see the pineapple, though, I do think of partners and swapping partners. So there could be a reference of partnerships that have evolved, and that doesn't allow a lot of progress room for the two of you in this connection. But let's get a couple of message cards to see what sort of thoughts they have been having. What sort of secret thoughts have they harbored about this soulmate in separation? Happiness is my priority, but secretly, please let me have you. I would do anything for you, ... I always think of that song by Meatloaf. I'd do anything for love, but I won't do that. Because you make me want to do bad things. And I have to say, this person feels very, it's like they want to move through life with integrity. They want to move through life feeling good about themselves when they look in the mirror. But there's a temptation that exists. But they do feel loyal. I can't deny. That's why I'm curious to see if they will come forward, because they do feel very loyal to where they are in life right now as well. I thought that I had more time. This is coming from a completely different deck that was mixed in with this deck. I think so, yes. But then back of deck says now is not the time. You have so many choices and options. Do you even see me that way? It's like, are we even sharing the same sort of emotions? Are we sharing the same experience in this connection? What sort of secret thoughts have they had, please? For pile number 3. I'm scared to be vulnerable with you. I think this person is much more comfortable being practical, taking practical steps. It's like their love language might be gift giving, right? Or acts of service instead of vulnerability. I fantasize about being with you. And I dream about a dramatic return. But we also have, I am stuck in a karmic cycle, and that may stop the progress that we hope to see in the future. Oh, we have a big explosion, but mirrored soul paths coming out. We have Ice Queen. Perhaps referencing this Queen of Swords reverse, kind of a rigid focus or somebody with a rigid logic when it comes to communicating first. It took some time, but I do see clearly now. They also don't feel like impulsivity is very smart. I just saw I will never stop hoping for us, but impulsivity for them is, I don't think it's a part of their repertoire anymore, being impulsive. It says here, I know we're going to start over, but this is heartbreaking, and the clarity has been a blessing and a curse. Back of the deck says, I am focused on priorities right now. So let's take a quick peek at the future of this soulmate and separation. I'm just trying to find the place where my cards belong. Let's take a peek into the future to see if there's going to be any type of communication or effort from your soulmate and separation coming forward in the future. Oopsie daisy. Here's Magician with the Seven of Swords. Uh-oh. Four of Cups with the Lovers coming through. Four of Pentacles. We just got finished saying that this person's got lots of integrity and they honor that. But now we have this Page of Cups. Oh, Five of Swords, the King of Pentacles. The temptation. What is interesting is that here we have the King of Pentacles surrounded by apples, them claiming I'm split in half and I'll have to do. Now we have the King of Pentacles surrounded by apples and they're full-blown apples. Here we have the Five of Swords. Now, I can't deny, I feel like there could be communication that pops up out of the blue with this person. It almost feels secretive, though. It almost feels secretive. And it's like, I think part of them is thinking they're going to manifest this change right now. Or they're trying to manifest. It's like they're trying to conjure up you making contact first in some way. But it feels very secretive, and it does feel like there's going to be communication perhaps in the future of this connection. Back of the deck is the Five of Swords, which means that this could create discord or conflict for the Divine Masculine overall. Or for everyone involved, if I'm being honest with you, because of the practical dynamics at play. So your guides are just warning you about that. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number 3. The last thought this person had. Oh, Two of Cups. In limbo, so maybe we didn't make it to that position. Here's the King of Swords reversed because they didn't speak up or they didn't say something. So they do feel like they have to like learn a lesson, or they learned their lesson. I think they have a lot to say, but they are also thinking about how now may not be the time for approach or for communication, because the Temperance encourages patience. We have my and want. There's a sense of possession here. We have the grapes, which is intoxication. It might take this person a few drinks to kind of mellow out a little bit and allow themselves to be vulnerable, to be honest. We have the turtle, though. It's like there's this discrepancy between what I want and what I should be doing. We have LG and we have loyalty. We do have commitment cycles for Divine Masculine energy and a lack of confidence at this moment. We also have the letter O, and we have live your dream. Pile number 3. That's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading. Be sure to hit your notification bell as well. If you have any topic suggestions, feel free to drop those below, and they will suffice for your entry for the free reading as well. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personalized reading, and I do update that shop daily. But come back and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.